Good afternoon and good evening, people. People joining from different regions. I hope you're having a good day. So, as you all know, the topic for today's webinar is transforming your digital work experience with Zoho Workplace apps and Zoho Sign integration. So, I'm Revati. I'm a product expert from the Zoho Workplace team. So, the general idea of today's webinar is going to be about to give you an overview about how Workplace together with Zoho Sign can elevate your team's productivity, like how your employees can collaborate and communicate with each other even more efficiently. So I'm joined here today by Subhashni, who is a product expert from Zoho Sign team. Hi, Subhashni.
Hi, Revati.
Yeah. So together we'll cover some of the important aspects of both the products and we'll also demonstrate how Zoho Workplace and Zoho Sign integrates very well and that makes your work even more easier. So I also have some amazing experts on the question and answers panel. I have here Sandhya Lakshmikandan, who is a technical expert from the Zoho Workplace team. And I also have Vagiswaran, who is a technical expert from the Zoho Sign team. And I have Sai Anand, who is a senior product marketer from the Zoho Sign team. These people will be answering all your queries and questions in the webinar in live. So I would encourage you all to post all your queries in the Q&A section. So I hope by now you would have found the controls like where the Q&A box lies. Some of you might have already started asking questions there. So you can also make use of the emojis options, like you can give a thumbs up because like I can't see your faces right now since I'm in the presentation screen. So we can keep this webinar engaged through the emotions. And now this being said, let's begin the webinar. So what's the agenda today? So some of you might have been already been familiar with the Zoho Workplace application and some of you would have already tried your hands on Zoho Sign. So let's start with a little basics about like what is Workplace all about, like what it offers and what are the different features available in Workplace, the different kind of products that are part of the suite. And we'll also have an introduction for Zoho Sign. Subhashni will explain us the immense potential of Zoho Sign and together we'll demonstrate the integrations, like where it all a Zoho Workplace and Sign is integrated and how this integration can make your day-to-day task even more easier. So let's begin. What Zoho Workplace is all about. So Zoho Workplace, I would say, is an efficient business ecosystem with the best-in-class communication and collaboration application. I know this might sound a little niche to you all, but we all deal with different kinds of people throughout the day, like be it in an internal team or like in the management level, or like we deal with different departments and we have vendors and we have contract employees, like different kinds of communications we have, and hundreds of emails, chats and documents are being shared on a day-to-day basis in almost all the organization, like whichever sector you're working on. These are the basics that was happening in every organization. So you might be using different tools for different purposes. Say may you have a different email solution and you might be using a different tool for your task, and for your conferencing options a different tool might be used. But what if all the tools can be put together in a single place? That's what Zoho Workplace is all about. The main primary objective of Zoho Workplace is to give an unified experience to the users. By unified experience, I mean access to all the data that is available in organization, be it your email data or your task or your different documents that you deal with on a daily basis. Or if you're working in remote, you might want to connect with your teammates, you want to create a meeting. So all these different types of activities we perform on a daily basis needs to be on a single platform. That's what Zoho Workplace aims at. The primary intention behind the unified collaboration platform is to provide access to different kinds of tools to perform different activities. And not just different activities, all these tools are tightly integrated, so you don't have to double work on anything. And this saves a lot of time, which lets you focus on other important connections. So Zoho Workplace comprises of 10 different applications that lets you create, communicate, and collaborate with your employees and both internal and external people on a day-to-day basis. So let's see all these applications one by one. I'll just give you a brief demo or a brief show of how these applications works on an individual basis. These applications have their own unique capabilities, but when put together as an integrated suite, it becomes even more powerful. So that is Workplace for you. So we have 10 different applications like emailing platforms, chat and calls for Zoho Click, and calendar for your calendaring experts, and intranet for all your intranet solutions, and files for all your storage, and office suites like word processors, spreadsheet management, and your meetings and webinar. The first will cover the office suite of products, like how you can create documents, spreadsheets, and presentations right from within the Workplace application. So I'll show you a little demo. So this is how your writer will look like. So I've already have open a writer file. If you want to create a new document, you can do so directly from the blank document section. So as you can see, this is how your writer application documents will look like. So when we are working on a document, we have like some documents you might work independently, but most of the documents we work on a daily basis involves input from multiple people. Or once the document is ready, you need the document to be reviewed by different people. So instead of sending these documents as emails or in their chat, some people even use our social media platforms like WhatsApp to do these kinds of communication. So instead of switching tabs, like toggling between different tabs, you can do all these functions right from a single platform. So for example, here I have composed a document. So I want this to be viewed and reviewed by some other people. So what I would do is just click on share and just add the people in your organization and give them different levels of access permissions. Like if you want them to only view the document, or you want them to view and edit the document, or if it's a manager, they might even share the document with somebody else. So you can give them the necessary access levels and click on share. So you can also create external share links. Sometimes our external vendors use a different kinds of platform. In that case, you can generate this as a link and share it with them. So once shared, all these people know. So if they have some comments, what they will do, they might call you, or they might even text you. So instead, if you go to the review window, you can see all their comments. So for example, if you want to change something in this document, so I want to change this communicate word to a different word, what I could do, I could just click on this communicate and add comment. So I can put up whatever I feel like, whatever corrections I felt necessary, or whatever comments I want to share directly in the comment section. So once the comment is added, the owner of the document can see what and all comments they have had, and they can further take down this discussion directly from the writer application. Sometimes somebody can make some changes. For example, here you can see this. If you click on this particular thing, you might see what changes is done here. So here Karthik has added some point to my documents. So you can click on the track changes to keep track of whatever updates that is happening in your document, so that all the activities that are happening which are related to this document stays within this document, and all these will be documented directly. And the next is the Zia. Zia is an intelligent assistant which assists you in your document writing journey. So Zia checks for your grammar errors, punctuation errors, and will also check for your readability index, so that these suggestions will help you refine your document and to present a perfect document without no errors. This is what writer is about. And then we'll move on to sheets. Sheet is your data management software. We would have all experienced like or used sheets at least once in our lifetime, when we share a lot of data happening inside your organization. If you're a product company, you've been selling all these data, or the customer data, like the analysis you want to make, all these things can be made possible with the sheets application. So I have a sheet already opened. So here you can see in the sheets, with the help of sheets, you can create n number of graphs and also pie charts for the visual representation of your data. You can also use the predefined formulas that are available, like from the simple addition formulas to the complex formulas are already predefined in your Zoho sheets. You can also create custom functions to customize your data as per your convenience. Here also our intelligent assistant Zia helps you create all these pie charts. Like, you know how time consuming it is to create a chart visual representation of your existing data. So just leave these works to the Zia and focus on the thought analysis. For example, you can ask the Zia average of sales. So from the data that is mentioned here, Zia will generate the answer for you. So you don't have to do all the manual work. You can ask Zia to create a chart, or you can ask Zia to infer on a different perspective of the same document. Similar to the writer, you can also share your sheets with your colleagues or your upper management directly from the Zoho Sheets window. You can also collaborate with them using the group chat option that is found below, and people can comment on your sheets directly in the sheets document. So all these conversations and discussion that happen which concerns to this particular data will remain in this particular data, so that whenever, like after a year or something, when you look back at the data, you still know like why you have done certain things. Like you can add the notes and everything directly in the sheet. So next one is the Zoho Show. Zoho Show is the platform that lets you create presentations. So the one presentation which I'm broadcasting right now is done using Zoho Show. So Zoho Show comes with a predefined templates from themes and slide options from the library. So you can choose these presentation templates whenever you want to. Like we have different kinds of templates predefined, for example, say product management, technology, for your HR. So different kinds of templates for different purposes. You can choose a template from the immense options available, or if you want to, you can also create your own template. You can see the different formatting options and animation options available. And similar to the writer and the sheet, you can also invite people to be part of this presentation, and they can also add their inputs in the review section. So once everything is done, you can publish your presentation also. So the next we'll move to collaboration platform. So by collaboration, we mean like we collaborate on different things, but the major amount of time we spend on collaboration every day be the file management. Like Zoho Work Drive is a central repository where you can store all your organization files, be it the documents you created, the sheets, the presentation, or any other images, like be it in whatever format it can be. You can store all your organization files directly in the Zoho Work Drive. So I'll show you a demo of Work Drive also. So whatever features I'm covering are just a basic overview of the features, since we have the time constraint. So if you have any specific doubts, like specific queries, you can post them in the Q&A box. So this is how your work drive looks like. You can see the different kinds of folders available. The team folders is one of the important features of Zoho Work Drive when it comes to organization. So when you can create new team folders and store all the documents which are pertaining to your team in one single folder, so that you don't have to keep a copy of everything in your native system. Say suddenly on one day you're traveling, or you may be working from home, and you need access to that data. Like you can't go back to office, or you ask somebody else to send the document for you. So all the documents, all these files that are available in the work drive are stored in the cloud, so which are accessible from anywhere. So the team folder comes in handy when we have multiple people working on different documents, and sometimes you may need another documents and files for reference purposes. Or says when somebody joins the organization for joins your team for new, so instead of sending those documents and files that you have been dealing with to them individually, you can just simply add them to the team and assign them different access permission. For example, I'll open a team folder. You can click on the manage, and see, you can see the list of all the peoples who are part of the team folder, and you can give them different access level permission. You don't want everybody to handle everything, right? Sometimes you just want somebody to have these files for only for reference purposes, so you can just give them a viewer permission. Or if they want, if somebody is taking care of the entire team folder, you can give them the organizer permissions, and you can change all these permissions anytime directly from the work drive options. So the next one is the meetings. Zoho Meeting is one of the important applications in the Zoho Workplace bundle. So the webinar which we are currently running on is running in Zoho Meetings. So Zoho Meetings has two options. One is a meeting option and another one is the webinar option. So the webinar which we are having right now is done through Zoho Meeting only. So from the moment this webinar has been planned, right from the event invitations to all the reminder notifications you might have got, and currently we are sharing our screen and showcasing a presentation to you. Everything is happening in the Zoho Meeting. So even post the webinar, we have an option to analyze. Click on the analytics and you can analyze how your meeting went, like how many people have registered for my meeting, how many people have actually attended my meetings, the questions you're posing. I might use those for references, like we may pass on to the product team. Every activity, whatever that happened in this webinar, is stored in the Zoho Meeting. This meeting is also being recorded and I can find the recordings directly from the file section. So apart from these webinars, you can also conduct short meetings, both audio and video meetings, directly from Zoho Meetings. And the next one is the communication platforms. By communication, I mean there are like different kinds of communication, like we have business email communication, chats, and so on. So Zoho Workplace has three different products for the communication bunch. So first one is the Zoho Mail. Zoho Mail is the flagship product from Zoho. I can proudly say that. And Zoho Mail comes with its own suite of applications like a calendar, task, notes, contacts, bookmarks, and all these things are part of Zoho Mail itself. So you can just, whenever you want to schedule a meeting, you just have to go to your calendar and check on the availability of your colleagues directly from your Zoho Mail. You can also create custom email addresses for your organization, and you have a lot of options, like in the settings option, to customize your email as per your convenience. So I can show you a different options available. So here you have the compose customization, which lets you customize your compose window, like whatever buttons you want. Like sometimes we don't use CC, you can remove the CC options, or you can change the orders. We use some formatting options on a regular basis and some do not. So you can customize even your compose window as per your requirements. Zoho Mail also comes with mailbox delegations. So mailbox delegation comes in handy, especially if you are in the top management and you want somebody else to handle the inbox for you. You may give them different kinds of permission. You just want them to read all the inboxes and not respond, or you may want them to actually handle like full capacity, like to send and receive emails on your behalf. You can do so everything with Zoho Mail mailbox delegation. So all the emails sent and received via Zoho Mail is end-to-end encrypted. There is another option called Secure Pass email. If you're sending confidential information, you might want to add another layer of protection. Sometimes we don't want the contents or the attachments in the email to be forwarded or downloaded in any native system. In that case, whenever you're composing an email, you just enable secure email. And you can also set up an expiry. So after the set expiry date, this particular email will be expired, will not be visible in the recipient's inbox. So there are a lot, I can talk a lot about the Zoho Mail features. These are some of the gist. So the next one is the Click. Zoho Click. So when we talk about communication, the first and foremost thing that comes to our mind is, before I talk, I need to know whether the other person is ready, whether the other person is available to have this communication. It may be a chat, it may be a call. It may be a meeting. I want to know whether the person is available. So you can check on your availability status directly from your click. For example, I don't want anybody to disturb me during this webinar. So I have enabled do not disturb. So whatever availability status you have checked in your click will be visible in all other workplace applications, so that all whichever applications you're working on, like people know that whatever you are doing, like if you're going on a break or if you are not available at all, you can change your status accordingly. If you're working from home or working from any remote location, you can also enable the remote work option here to let people know that you're working from remote. So other than this, click comes with a different variety of options for us to communicate, starting from one-on-one chats to group chats. You can even convert this text when you're chatting on a group and suddenly you want to have this discussion face to face. You can directly schedule audio and video meeting directly from your click. You can also create different kinds of channels for posting different kinds of information. For example, you want a channel for your team and you want a channel for your entire organization, you can do so directly from the click. Apart from that, we also have tasks, which is notification manager in your click. So whenever a meeting is scheduled or whenever somebody is sharing a document with you, task will give you a notification in click, so that you will be aware of what is happening even in the other products of the workplace suite. The next one would be connect. Zoho Connect, as the name suggests, really brings in people together. So Connect is mainly used as an like intranet solution, just like it's very similar to the social media platforms we use, but this is for your organization. For example, in the announcement section, you can put on a post which announces the entire employee section in your organization. For example, some fire drill is happening in your organization or some training is going to happen. You can put on a post in the Connect so that all the employees who are part of the organization will be able to access that information. So apart from announcers, you also have a resources section where you can save all your training modules and all your compliance documents, etc. So whenever somebody is joining your organization for new, instead of like collating the documents from different platforms, you can just share these resources where they can directly, without you sharing them, they can directly access these resources from the Connect section. So another important feature is a town hall feature, which is a very favorite feature in our Zoho organization. So where our beloved CEO will come in live at least once a month to have a discussion with all the employees. This builds a kind of engagement among the top leadership and the rest of the employees. This gives the employee the feeling that they truly belong. So these town halls are not just for the top management and the rest of the employees. You can even have town halls where people can even post anonymous questions, so that all the issues and queries inside the department also gets resolved without being escalated to a future stages. So the next one would be Zia Search. So when I talk about workplace, I mentioned it as a unified experience. By unified experience, the first thing that comes to our mind is access to different things. So using the Zia Search, you'll be able to access all the kinds of data that is available in your workplace. You can even search a mail, you can search a document, you can search slides, you can search somebody's chat, everything directly from Zia Search. So Zia Search actually brings in all the data in your workplace together. So now that I have spoke about all the applications individually, how these are together, how these works in together. So this is how your dashboard in your workplace looks like. So here in the demo, I can show you. So this dashboard comprises of information from all the individual application and put together in a single platform. So whenever you start your day, so instead of checking your emails or like checking your click chats, you can just go to your home dashboard for workplace and have a bird eye view of all the relevant information. See, here I can see the recent forum post happening, the calendar events for today, and all the necessary things. You can even customize this dashboard, say I don't want to see this particular widget, so I just deleted it. And you can also rearrange the widgets as per your convenience. Whichever you want to see in the first place, you can do so. You can also see the top bar menu from where you can access to different applications directly from the workplace home window. So now I've talked about all the applications. You have seen like how integrated these are, all the applications. So for example, when I receive an event invite in email, this gets automatically added to my calendar. So when I create a new event, I can add a meeting directly from my calendar. So all these applications which I've mentioned are tightly integrated with each other, which just feels like I don't even need to juggle between different applications to perform a necessary task. So apart from the applications I've mentioned, which are part of the Zoho Workplace suite, Zoho Workplace is well integrated with other applications in the Zoho platform. Say if you might be a CRM user or a project user or the desk users, all these applications are tightly integrated with Zoho Workplace. And most importantly, we are going to see how Zoho Sign is integrated. So before that, I would ask Subhashni to give us all a brief introduction about Zoho Sign, and we will all know like what Zoho Sign brings into the table. So Subhashni, over to you.
Thank you for the introduction, Revati, and hello everyone. I'm Subhashni. Before we get started, I would like to thank you all for joining us today. As Revati mentioned, focus for this session will be on exploring the integration of Zoho Sign with various Zoho Workplace apps such as Zoho Workdrive, Zoho Writer, Zoho Mail, and Zoho Click. To start off, I will give a brief overview of Zoho Sign. Then I will guide you through how to use Zoho Sign's integration with Zoho Workplace to streamline document workflows. So let's get going. In today's world, everything revolves around agreements, which often means dealing with lots of paperwork. Much of this paperwork hinges on capturing signatures and facilitating transactions. This process typically includes drafting agreements, collaborating with stakeholders, automating workflows, if you're not sticking to traditional paper and pen and paper methods, and ensuring the identities of those signing are verified, along with processing payments. But not long ago, this entire process was physical, done with pen and paper. But now many are embracing digital solutions like digital signatures. Yet, even with these advancements, challenges persist, especially for business owners and entrepreneurs. Running a business involves agreements and paperwork in various aspects, which can quickly become overwhelming. This becomes particularly apparent in today's business landscape where remote work and hybrid workspaces are common and digital devices are ubiquitous. Also, managing this multifaceted landscape poses significant challenges. Paperwork gets scattered across departments and teams, demanding consolidation and efficient organization. Moreover, the repetitive and time consuming nature of paperwork increases the likelihood of errors, leading to potential financial ramifications of business as the shift towards digital transactions progresses. Concerns regarding trust, security, and compliance loom large, particularly in regulated industries, undermining confidence in business dealings. This is where Zoho Sign steps in. Zoho Sign aims to address all these challenges simultaneously, providing a comprehensive solution to streamline the agreement process. Zoho Sign is a digital signature software designed to tackle the complexities of modern agreements head on. With Zoho Sign, you can securely sign and send documents through a cloud based platform. Documents signed through Zoho Sign are legally binding and court admissible, giving you the confidence you need in your agreements. Businesses worldwide have started to embrace Zoho Sign as it not only saves time but also saves money. But overall, so Zoho Sign comes packed with advanced features like template, sign forms, bulk sign, and in-person signing, all designed to make your work more efficient. And if you need more customization, it is built with REST APIs that allow you to integrate it with various other applications. You can also use these APIs, webhooks, and SDKs to build custom integrations. Zoho Sign stands out as a flexible solution catering to signatories across various industries, including sales, human resources, finance, IT operations, legal, marketing, support, product management, entertainment and media, real estate, NGOs, and numerous others. No matter your field, Zoho Sign provides reliable capabilities you can trust. Zoho Sign is also compliant with stringent data privacy and security requirements like GDPR, CCPA, and HIPAA, ISO 9001, United States FDA CFR Title 21, Part 11, EU Volume 4, GMP Annex 11, and more, ensuring that your sensitive information is always protected. In addition to compliance measures, Zoho Sign employs a range of advanced security features. This includes multi-factor authentication, access reports, tamper-proof audit trails, and digital certificates, all aimed at ensuring the integrity of your data. Furthermore, Zoho Sign allows signers to be authenticated by sending one-time passwords through email or SMS, or by requiring the attachment of supporting documents to confirm their identity. Adding to that, Zoho Sign utilizes blockchain-based timestamping and trusted document timestamping. These features provide concrete proof of existence and enable tracking of any modifications or potential forgery attempts. Zoho Sign also integrates with regional trust service providers worldwide. This includes offering qualified electronic signatures in compliance with various regulations such as EID in the European Union, Swisscom Trust Services in Switzerland and EU, e-sign via Aadhaar and e-Mudra, e-KYC in India, sign with SingPass in Singapore, and advanced electronic signatures via Trust Factory in South Africa. With Zoho Sign, you can trust that your documents are secure and legally binding no matter where you are. Zoho Sign complies with majority of regional and international e-sign legislation, including PIPEDA in Canada, the e-sign Act and UETA in the United States, the EIDAS in the European Union, the Information Technology Act of 2000 in India, and the Electronic Transaction Act in Australia and other Southeast Asian countries. These legislative frameworks often categorize electronic signatures into distinct tiers, each with its own legal standing across different types of transactions. These tiers typically fall into one of the three categories as displayed on screen: standard, advanced, and qualified electronic signatures. Zoho Sign supports all these three layers of electronic signatures. Moreover, Zoho Sign ensures compliance by offering multiple secure data centers situated in different cities worldwide. This enables local data storage and processing, all while maintaining strict adherence to regional privacy laws. Zoho Sign is a user-friendly solution that is available on a variety of platforms. The app is accessible on any device through a web browser or as native applications for Android, iOS, iPadOS, macOS, and Windows. Your Zoho Sign account is also fully synchronized across all your devices, providing for a smooth transition between platforms. This feature gives you the ultimate flexibility to work from any device at any time, assuring maximum productivity. Zoho Sign is one of the most tightly integrated apps in the Zoho ecosystem, integrating with over 20 commonly used Zoho apps. Not only that, but it also connects with prominent third-party ecosystems and applications such as Microsoft 365, Google Workspace, Zapier, HubSpot, Dropbox, Box, and others. With this level of integration, Zoho Sign makes it simple to streamline your workflow and manage all your tasks from a single location. Now let's move on to the next segment of this session where we will explore Zoho Sign's integration with various Zoho Workplace apps, starting with Zoho Workdrive. Zoho Workdrive is an online file storage and content collaboration platform. It serves as a secure shared workplace for teams and as reliable cloud storage for individuals. With this integration, users can effortlessly import documents from Zoho Workdrive into Zoho Sign, edit Zoho Writer documents and sync them from Zoho Workdrive, and securely backup documents to Zoho Workdrive. To utilize this integration, you will need an active Zoho Sign account and a Zoho Workdrive account. While a free Zoho Sign account allows document imports, syncing edited documents, and manual backups, the automatic backup feature requires an enterprise subscription, or you should have a valid Zoho One subscription. First, let's take a look at how to import documents from Zoho Workdrive to Zoho Sign and sign them yourself or send them out for signatures. So start by logging into your Zoho Sign account. And choose your desired signing option from the home page. Here I'm choosing Sign Yourself to proceed. Next, click on the Add Document drop-down button and select Cloud. Then select Zoho Workdrive in the Cloud Picker pop-up window. Choose the file you want to import and click Attach. After importing the document, click Continue to proceed to the document viewer page. In the document viewer page, you can add your signature and other necessary fields to the document. Once the document is ready, click the Sign Via drop-down button and select your preferred digital signature to sign the document. The signed copy of the document is sent to your registered email address by default. If you wish to send it to others, you can enter their email addresses in the email document pop-up and click Send. Now let's explore how to backup Zoho Sign documents to Zoho Workdrive. There are two different ways to backup documents to Zoho Workdrive. The first option is to manually backup your documents to Zoho Workdrive. Let's see how we can do that. Navigate to the completed documents section from the left navigation panel of your dashboard. Next, select the documents you want to backup by checking the checkboxes preceding them. Click the Actions icon and click Save to Cloud. Next, select Zoho Workdrive from the list of cloud storage providers displayed in the Cloud Uploader pop-up window. Choose a folder where you want your documents to be stored, or create a new folder by clicking the create button. Finally, click add to this folder. The other backup option available with Zoho Sign's integration with Zoho WorkDrive is automatic cloud backup. When the automatic cloud backup option is enabled, documents will be automatically backed up to Zoho WorkDrive once the document signature process is complete. So start by clicking on Settings in the left navigation panel, select Account Settings, and navigate to Automatic Cloud Backup. Select the Enable Cloud Backup checkbox to enable automatic cloud backup. You can also select the Include certificate of completion checkbox. You wish to backup completion certificates along with the signed documents, then choose Zoho WorkDrive as your preferred cloud storage provider and customize your preferences for file and date formats according to your needs. Once you have made your selection, simply click the Save button to save the changes. In addition to importing and backing up documents, we can seamlessly edit documents created using Zoho Writer after uploading them to Zoho Sign and sync the changes through Zoho WorkDrive. This functionality can be accessed through the Edit with Zoho Writer and Sync from Zoho WorkDrive options listed under the More Actions menu of the uploaded document. Next, let's see how Zoho Sign works with Zoho Click. Zoho Click is a secure chat platform that facilitates business conversations between internal teams or with external stakeholders. With this integration, you can effortlessly share the URL of a Zoho sign form directly in Zoho Click and collect signatures. This enables you to establish a self-service digital signature process using a public link without needing any coding knowledge. To utilize this integration, you will need an active Zoho Sign account with an enterprise subscription or an active Zoho Click account. Or you should have a valid Zoho One subscription. Before creating a sign form using a template, ensure the following prerequisites are met. The template must not have pre-filled fields. It should include at least one signer with unfilled name and email fields, and each signer must have at least one field assigned to them. If the template has multiple recipients, enable signing order, leave the name and email fields blank for the first signer and configure the name and email for all subsequent signers. Now let's see how we can create a sign form in Zoho Sign. Before we proceed, it's important to note that only account administrators have the ability to create sign forms in Zoho Sign. To begin, log into your Zoho Sign account and navigate to template section from the left navigation panel. Choose any template and transform it into a sign form by selecting Create Sign Form from the Actions menu. Alternatively, you can initiate the creation of a sign form by accessing the Create Sign Form button on the sign forms page. Next, provide a name for the sign form, set its validity, and configure other settings such as signer authentication and response limit, and click Save once you're done. Now that we have learned how to create a sign form in Zoho Sign, let's see how we can share it via Zoho Click. First, navigate to sign form section from the left navigation panel, then copy the URL. Uh, then copy the URL of the sign form you want to share by accessing the actions icon associated with that sign form and clicking copy URL. After copying the URL, open Zoho Click and share it with your colleagues. And thank you everyone. With that, I conclude my part of the demonstration. Now I'll hand it over to Revati, who will demonstrate how Zoho Sign integrates with Zoho Mail and Zoho Writer. Over to you, Revati.
Thank you, Shubha, for the wonderful insights. I hope, along with me, everybody who was joined in the webinar have also learned about how to use and what the benefits of Zoho Sign. Already we have told, she has mentioned about what is Zoho Sign and how you can utilize it. Now I'll demonstrate how Zoho Sign works in integration with Zoho Writer and Zoho Mail. Just give me a moment. I'll just share my screen. Just let me know once my screen is visible. I guess we have a very silent crowd today. So you can just put up a thumbs up if my screen is visible. Yeah, thank you. So Zoho Sign and Zoho Mail. So I have already demonstrated how Zoho Mail works. So now I would like to show you how Zoho Sign works in sync. Like you're working on an email, like you're in your email service and you suddenly remembered about a document which you need to sign. Like there are two important use cases, as Subha has already mentioned. Is one is a sign which you need to sign for your documents, like self-signing of document. The next one is the sending the documents for approval, like it may be your colleagues or your managers or even the top management. You're sending your documents for approval. It can be like an approval from different peoples, or even it can be a single person. So instead of like going into the Zoho Sign platform to upload your documents, you can directly do so from the Zoho Mail interface. So you can find the e-widget options available in the right. When you click on the e-widget options, let me show you from the beginning. Okay, so when you click on the e-widget option, all the list of applications, like other application that has been added to the widget, will be available. So once you select Zoho Sign, your particular Zoho Sign account will be visible. From there, you can see the list of all the documents. Like you can even filter the documents like in progress or the completed documents, and you can find all the documents in one single place right from your email. So now you want to uh, add a document to sign it, or like you want to send the document for approval. So what you will do, you just need to upload your documents. So this will fetch all the documents from your native system and get it uploaded in your Zoho Sign. So once the document is selected, you can either choose send for signature or sign yourself. So when I click on sign yourself, the Zoho Sign window opens up and this document will be moved to a sign template. So you just need to enter the different kinds of fields you want to. Sometimes we may add different fields, like along with the signature, you want the sign date and also like an initial of the person. If in this case, I'm signing this document myself, you can just position your fields and click on finish. So once this is done, this document will be signed. So if you want somebody to have a copy of this signed document, you can mention their email addresses and they will get a copy of the signed document in their email. So the next one would be sending for approval. So once you select the document, it's the same process. So you can also send this document for signatures. So now there is a different process, like you might need approval from two different people. You just need them as a recipient, like add the n number of recipients you want, like whoever you want this document to be signed off, and click on the action necessary, like whether they are just a signer or you want them to have a copy, or they just need to be an approver. Sometimes not everybody needs to sign the document, they just need to approve the document to finalize the workflow. Click on the action that is required and click add. So once you have added the recipients, you can also leave a note like what is this document about, like why you need their signature, any kind of messages you want to leave them, and click on continue. Once you do that, that particular recipient will receive an email from you asking for a signature. So once they click on that email notification, they will be open to your Zoho Sign window and they can approve your document. So all this can be done directly in your email. So you need an active email account, like it can be from any different plans like a workplace plan, or if you have a Zoho One subscription, Zoho Sign is already a part of it. So you must have an active account in Zoho Sign, and then this work is done. So the next one would be like you received a document in an attachment. Let me show you some documents. Like you have received a document in your email and you want to sign this document. So instead of downloading it and uploading it again in the Sign, just click on the e-widget right here, and the Zoho Sign directly fetches these documents here. So select the necessary document and you can choose to send for signature or sign for yourself. The flow of the sign will be similar to what we have just seen. So this is how Zoho Sign is integrated with Zoho Mail. Now we'll show you a demo of how it works in Writer. So Writer, I have already briefed you about what Writer is all about. It is a word processor document. So from where you can sign your documents also with the Sign integration. So let me open up a new file. So this document you have been working on and you want this document to be signed. So you just need to click on the automate option available in your left pane. So once you click on the automate, you can find the sign template option. So once you click on convert, this particular document will be converted into a sign template from where you can either sign this document for yourself or you can even send it for approval. So here you can configure the sign collection, like how many people needs to sign this document. You can add n number of people who wants to approve or like sign this document, enter their email address and the signer's name. You can also put on a message for them to understand more about this document. So you can also have advanced setting option where you can set up expiry date for a particular document. Sometimes they are an emergency. You want to submit a code for a particular product. It needs to be done by tomorrow. You can set an expiry date so that whoever receives the signing request will also know that it's an urgent request. And after signing, if you want them to have a copy of the signed document, you can click on the save a copy options and click and select configure. So once you have configured, I'll just add one recipient here and provide the name for this document and click on configure. So once I have done, the particular recipient would have received a notification asking for the sign and they can sign it for themselves. So apart from the regular documents, we also deal with different documents like merge documents or fillable forms. Like you can see in the merge documents are especially useful in the cases of bulk documents which needs to be addressed to different kinds of people. For say we have an interview happening and we want to send out invites to different people, but these invites needs to be in a single name. That's when we use merger documents. Merger documents are especially useful when you have a data already in place regarding the number of people and their email addresses in a different sheet, and you merge those fields into your document to create a copy instead of doing it manually. So when you're working on a merge document which involves like 100 people, how do you expect you to add like 100 different signatories to the email to the document? So in that case, you can do in the merger document, you have an option called merge and send for sign collection. So once you have set it as merge and sign, you can choose the email address fields directly from the merge fields which we have used for the document. You can fetch the email addresses and the name directly from the sheet of data we have been using for the document, and all these people, all the people who are part of like all the email addresses which are part of the merge field will get a copy individually and they sign that particular document. So once this is all done, you can also check on the progress of these documents directly from your Zoho Sign window. So that's all about Writer. I guess we have come to the end of the presentations. So if you have any questions or queries, please post them in the Q&A. Our experts are willing to answer them. And also, I have seen some of the questions, like most people had doubts regarding Workplace, whether it is compatible with the other systems like Microsoft or Google. Like all the Workplace applications, especially the Office Suite applications which you have mentioned, are compatible with the other service providers. And you can also use, like, for example, MS Docs or like Google Docs in your writer. And similarly, they can also use the Zoho Docs directly from their Google interface. So there won't be any clash, there won't be any issues with multiple service providers. So it will be done on a breeze. So, and also some of you have asked about the migration. So if you have any migration related queries, please contact support@zohoworkplace.com. Our experts will reach out to you. Yeah, so I hope everybody found this webinar insightful and informative. Thank you for joining with us. Happy day.